Hey, what's going on? This is Mark with the DeFi Degenerate. Today, what we're going to talk about is Web 2 versus Web 3 according to Ethereum. Okay? Again, links here, posts here, articles here. Cool. Let's get into Web 3 benefits. Web 3 developers have chosen to build dApps, decentralized applications, okay, because of Ethereum's inherent decentralization. Okay? Anyone who is on the network has permission to use the service, or in other words, permission isn't required. Got it? No one can block you or deny you access to the service. Cool. Payments are built in via the native token Ether or ETH, and Ethereum is Turing complete, meaning you can pretty much program anything. No one's stopping you. Your boss can't stop you. Practical comparisons. Link here, picture here, so you can see what I'm talking about. Web 2, Twitter can censor any account or tweet. Web 3 tweets will be uncensorable because control is decentralized. Got 'em. Payment service may decide to not allow payments for certain types of work. Web 3 payment app requires no personal data and can't prevent payments. Got 'em. Servers for gig economy apps could go down and affect worker income. Web 3 servers can't go down. They use Ethereum, a decentralized network of thousands of computers, as their backend. Got them. Let's go. Let's keep going. Web 3 limitations. Let's talk about the cons. Web 3 has some limitations right now. First and foremost, scalability. Transactions are slower on Web 3 because they are decentralized. Changes to state, like a payment, need to be processed by a miner and propagated throughout the network. Expensive. UX. Interacting with Web 3 applications can require extra steps, software, education, and this is the biggest hurdle for adoption. It is not user-friendly. It's very technical at times, and the technical backing is the energy that to put forth to get started is vast. It is what it feels like. Accessibility. The lack of integration in modern web browsers to make Web 3 less accessible to most users. Costs. Most successful dApps put very small portions of their code on blockchains as it is expensive. And let's talk about centralization versus decentralizations. Follow me here. Centralized systems. Low network diameter. All participants are connected to a central authority. Information propagates quickly as propagation is handled by a central authority with lots of computational resources. The latter, decentralized systems. The furthest participants on the network may potentially be many edges away from each other. Information broadcast on side of the network may take a long time to reach the other side. Okay. Centralized systems. Usually higher performance, higher throughput, fewer total computational resources expended, and easier to implement is for centralized systems. For decentralized, usually lower performance, lower throughput, and more total computational resources expended, and more complex to implement. Centralized systems, in the event of conflicting data, resolution is clear and easy. The ultimate source of truth is the central authority. Okay? The decentralized systems, a protocol often complex, is needed for dispute resolution. If peers make conflicting claims about the state of data which participants are meant to be synchronized on. Yeah. And let's keep going. I'm going to just say centralized and decentralized so I could kind of get through this. Centralized. Single point of failure. Malicious actors may be able to take down the network by targeting the central authority. Okay? Decentralized. No single point of failure. Network can still function even if a large proportion of the participants are attacked or taken out. Coordination among network participants is much centralized. Coordination among network participants is much easier and is handled by a central authority. Central authority can compel network participants to adopt upgrades, protocol updates, etc. with very little friction. Decentralized. Coordination is often difficult as no single agent has the final say in network level decisions. Protocol upgrades, etc. In the worst case, network is prone to fracturing. when there are disagreements about protocol changes. Got it. Centralized. Central authority can censor data, potentially cutting off parts of the network from interacting with the rest of the network. Decentralized. Censorship is much harder as information has many ways to propagate across the network. See, centralized. Participation in the network is controlled by the central authority. Decentralized. Anyone can participate in the network. There are no gatekeepers. Ideally, the cost of participation is very low. Note that these are general patterns that may not hold true in every network. Furthermore, in reality, the degree to which network is centralized / decentralized lies on a spectrum. No network is entirely centralized or decentralized. I mean, this was pretty in depth. I like this. I like the back and forth that it gave. You see the pros and cons to everything. Ideally, Web 2 is more read-write. Web 3 basically gives you access to everything. You own your data. When you leave that website, it's yours. You don't leave it there. I see a lot more pros and cons, and I like to see how Web 2 develops and works alongside of Web 3 in order, because it's going to get left behind if it doesn't. So, again, this has been Mark with the DeFi Degenerate. Great article. Hope you got something from it. Be great, guys.